Hi, I'm Lindsay Nataki, pediatric speech-language pathologist, and I'm here today to help you work on speech and language at home. Today, I'm going to talk about speech and language opportunities during daily routines, daily chores, and just overall daily activities. Because of this quarantine and the coronavirus, we've all been finding ourselves in the house more, probably with our kids, unless you're a healthcare provider, in which case I say thank you so much for your service, and I pray that you guys stay healthy. If you are someone who is not high risk, please stay inside, stay quarantined, because even if you won't fall deathly ill because of this virus, you could transmit it to someone who will. And the sooner we all get into our houses in quarantine, the sooner we will be let out. So you guys, I'm going stir crazy. So get in your houses if you can and stay there so that we can all be free. If you've joined my private Facebook group or subscribed to my website, then you received an email from me with a tip sheet on daily routines and activities and speech and language opportunities that can be found within them. So there's actually a lot of opportunities throughout the day, and I'm going to go over the tip sheet and just key components to keep in the back of your mind as you're going throughout your day. So hopefully it will help shed some light and show how easy it is for parents and caregivers to model language and work on language at home. If you haven't subscribed to my website or joined my private Facebook group, then I will link it down below. So make sure that you do so and join us so you can get some of my freebies. Before we get started, I want to show you this video of a mom who is playing with her son, and she's actually working on articulation and helping him pronounce the word water. She's doing such a great job modeling, and he's imitating. She's following what he wants to play with, so he loves the letters. So he's playing with his letter magnets right now and putting them in the water, and she's just modeling the language and correcting his speech without him even really knowing it.
ABC Baba.
ABC water?
ABC water.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll get a response like this next part of the video.
No, mommy, talk. No, mommy, talk.
Okay.
It's all done, and he says, "No, mommy, talk." And she says, "Okay," and leaves it alone. The reason why that's an appropriate response is because she is hearing what he wants and acknowledging it. She's building that trust that if he says something, she's going to listen to him. And by doing so, you're building that rapport. And so the next time she tries to work on his language and get him to imitate, then he will be more willing to work on his speech. So let's go over some key components that I have on the tip sheet that I sent you guys. It's at the very top there. And these are just some things to keep in the back of your mind on ways to work on speech and language at home. You can use all of these components all at once. You can use one at a time. But as you start to do them, the more you do them, the easier it'll be for you. And you'll start realizing that you can combine two, combine three, combine all, or just do one. Now, usually when our days are really busy and hectic, we tend to do our chores and just kind of try to occupy our kids on the side, and we're trying to just get things done. But hopefully during this quarantine, you have more time and you can keep your child with you. When your child is with you and you're doing all these chores, it's so much easier to model and teach vocabulary while you're getting stuff done. So the first thing you want to do is narrate. Narrate what you're doing, narrate what your child is doing, and in this way you're modeling appropriate sentence structure, you're teaching vocabulary, and you can layer in a lot of questions. You can ask a lot of questions. So for example, if you're folding laundry, then you could say something like, "I'm folding laundry. You try it. Let me see you fold laundry." Or, "Let me see you fold a shirt. Where's the shirt?" And he can go get the shirt. And then obviously the baby's probably not really going to be able to fold, but he's going to get the idea that you put something like this. And then you can also ask questions with pronouns like, "Where's my shirt? Where's your shirt? Where's daddy's shirt?" You could do comparative sizes. Where's the big shirt? Where's the little shirt? Basically, when you're narrating what you're doing, you're modeling appropriate sentence structure, and you're showing the child that typically in the English language, we go noun, verb, object. I am folding the shirt. If you are speaking in another language, then you're teaching your child the appropriate sentence structure for that language. Number 2, you want to emphasize words. So emphasize the words that you want to teach. This way, you're drawing attention to certain vocabulary words, and your child is going to kind of key in and focus on those words. So if you're folding laundry and you say, "I'm folding a shirt," this is a shirt. and you hold up the shirt. Then your child's gonna hear the word you're saying and see it because you're holding it up. You can also do this when you're reading books at bedtime and you maybe your child knows a lot of nouns already and is moving on to verbs and adjectives or locations. Then you want to emphasize, look, here's a picture of a boy kicking. He's kicking the ball, and you're emphasizing the verbs. The third one is expanding. You want to, just like it sounds, expand on your child's language. I've mentioned this in a couple other videos, but basically if your child is saying ball, then you want to say, yeah, the boy is kicking the ball, right? So it's kind of tying into a lot of the other key components here, and hopefully you're seeing how it's so easy to do multiple of these key components at once. During meal times, if your child says cookie because he wants a cookie, then you can say, you want a cookie, and emphasize that core word. Again, core words are so important to focus on. You really want your child to be able to use these core words because they can be applied to many different settings, whereas cookie can only be cookie. When it's time to brush your teeth, you can ask your child, what are we doing? And he might say, brush teeth. And then you can expand by saying, yes, we are brushing our teeth, and kind of get that grammatical markers on there. Look at the baby! This is my niece. Her name is Zoe. Hi, Zoe. She is 7 months old. She's starting to babble. Woo! So stay tuned because there's going to definitely be some video clips of her. She'll be my little model pretty soon.
Yeah.
The fourth component is to sabotage. I've talked about this one also in other videos, but it's so important. I want you guys to really know this term. Sabotage just means withholding a desired object for a little bit longer and pulling out more of that language. So again, at mealtime, if your child wants some goldfish and says fish, then you could say, okay, tell me, and then let him finish it. Say want fish. And that way you're sabotaging, you're teaching the core words want, and then you're also working on expansion, expanding your child's phrase. You can use all of these key components with children who are verbal or nonverbal, with words or with signs. The fifth component is to just keep it fun. You want to praise your child when they do something right or they are following your cues. Be goofy, and you'll feel silly, but it is really important for your child to hold their attention and just to keep learning from you. Don't forget to think outside the box. So with the laundry basket, you can put your child in it. It could be a car. If your child is sensory seeking and is kind of throwing himself back and forth, you can put a lot of books inside the laundry basket and he can push it, and that way he can get some of his energy out. But yeah, think outside the box, make it fun, and make sure you're praising all the good behavior that you want him to repeat. Here's another video of a mom who is teaching her son the verbs float and sink. So she just has a bucket of water and he's putting various toys in it and seeing which ones float and which ones sink.
In the water.
Alright. Oh, what was that?
It's slow. It's
It's sink. But what did you put in the water?
marble.
A marble. The marbles sink. What else? Oh, what is that?
Zuma.
It's a
Car.
car. We're gonna
Look,
see
it's Zuma.
a Zuma is gonna sink or float. Ready? Put in the water.
Wow, it's walking here. See? Look. In the water.
What happened? Did it sink or float?
It's sink.
You say, I put in.
It's put in. What did it
What did it do?
do? Sink.
All right, let's try this. What is this?
A boat.
She's asking questions, she's asking him to label different objects, and she's just having fun with him. On the tip sheet, I did write down 3 specific examples of routines for mealtime, morning time, and bath time, just to give you guys an idea and try to highlight, where there's opportunity for language. But adapt it as needed and then also apply it to other routines. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Wash your hands, don't touch your face, and stay safe and healthy, and I will see you next time. Bye.